Hi everybody, I'm Rob and welcome to Stormcrow Overland, where we talk about going on adventures, road tripping, camping, and just generally enjoying life. On this week's episode, we're going to focus on my favorite road trip snacks and then kind of quick, easy meals for while you're on the road. When it comes to road trip snacks, got a couple requirements to start with. You want something easy to eat. You don't need something that needs utensils, no fork and knife. You can't be driving and sitting there trying to cut a steak. It's just not safe, it's not easy, it's not effective. I also want something that's not messy. I don't want something covered in sauce where I have to worry about it getting on my hands or on me or on my interior, and then I'm trying to wipe my hands and drive or getting stuff on my steering wheel and then my buttons get all sticky. So no messy. Kind of goes along with that. I don't want anything that's real melty. I don't want like an actual chocolate bar. Same thing. Gets on your hands, gets on the steering wheel, just makes a mess. For me, I usually, if I'm road tripping or going out on an adventure or something, I generally have a 12-volt fridge here in the back of my rig. But if I'm driving, I can't reach back here. I need something I can keep up front with me and just reach over real quick and get a snack. So with that, I like something that doesn't easily spoil. Just something that's not going to go bad, so I can just kind of grab it and go. And finally, last requirement for me for road trip snacks is I want something that doesn't make a lot of trash. We put enough trash out there in the world as humans anyway. And besides that, I don't want a lot of trash in my car while I'm out on a trip. I don't want to pull up to my destination and have to pull a whole hefty bag of trash out to go find someone to deal with it. So now that we've got those requirements, sorry about that. Now that we have those requirements lined out, some of my favorite things for snacks, we'll start with drinks. I'm a big Diet Dr. Pepper guy. I used to do fully leaded sodas. I'm trying to cut sodas out of my diet. I've got a couple pounds I could lose. So with that, like I said, I'm drinking tons of Diet Dr. Pepper right now and slowly trying to wean myself off of that. Trying to transition to just straight water. I usually carry a big, at least gallon jug of water in my 12-volt fridge in the back so that when I do pull over, I can keep an Nalgene in the front. Fill the Nalgene up, that way I've constantly got cold water. One of the great things about the 4th Gen 4Runners is their cup holders up front will fit a standard Nalgene, no problem. And finally, just to help me drink the water, I'm a big fan of Great Propel. I get the little Great Propel packets. If I'm going out on a trip, I probably have several boxes of little powders sprinkled out throughout the car. My kids usually got a couple in the back. Just kind of helps get me to drink the water more. I'm a child. And then when it comes to the actual snacky snacks for the road trips, one of my favorite is peanut butter M&Ms. Yeah, they're not good for you, but they're delicious. Road trip snacks probably not supposed to be great for you. But like I said, don't need utensils. They're not messy. They're not going to melt. They're not going to spoil, and they don't make a lot of trash. It's one little package, and that's it. One of my other favorite snacks, and you're probably going to see a pattern here, these Reese's dipped peanut butter pretzels with chocolate drizzled on them. They're delicious. They're easy to eat. They're a little messy. They kind of start to melt just a little bit if it's real hot out. But they're not too bad. Doesn't make a lot of trash. Like I said, same thing. It's one bag. They're not going to go bad. But then one of my healthier on-the-road snacks, road trip snacks, is I love string cheese. I do generally try to keep some in the fridge. But when I stop, I might grab one or two out and throw in the front. They're fine to sit out of the fridge for a couple hours. So it kind of makes it where I don't have to worry about them spoiling. Everybody, just wanted to stop in the middle real quick to thank you for either watching or listening to this podcast. If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, I just would like you to know we also upload the audio as a podcast. If you're listening to this as a podcast, we also record the recording of this podcast as a video and throw it up on YouTube. And then finally, you can also find us on Instagram at Stormcrow Overland. All our social stuff is Stormcrow Overland. Between all those, we're trying to build a community of like-minded individuals, kind of help us all learn and get better at our hobbies and just getting out and having fun. So thanks. Let's get back to our topic. Okay, next we're going to talk about not snacks, but meals for while you're on the road. I'm not talking about once you've got to camp and you're all set up and you've got your whole setup going. I'm talking about you're stopping for a quick lunch or you're trying to get somewhere and you're not done yet. So it's kind of like road trip snacks. We got some requirements, but they're a lot looser. Sometimes you might be stopping and eating at a place. You might be going into a place and eating there. You might be pulling over and making something real quick. But a lot of the same requirements. You want something relatively quick. You still don't want a lot of trash. I don't count leftovers as waste because you might want to eat those for dinner or a snack later, so that's a little different. When it comes to some of my favorite meals on the road, one, tacos. Love tacos, any kind of tacos, but if I'm on the road, I only want soft tacos. Crunchy tacos, you start trying to eat them in the car while you're driving, they're messy, you get pieces everywhere. That's my friend Carlos driving by, I had to say hi real quick. But they get messy, you just get crunchy tortilla shells everywhere. So generally, only soft tacos. And then, like I said, it's great, no utensils, not a lot of trash, not gonna go bad on you. Also, really love sandwiches. If you find a little local deli or somewhere you can stop and grab a sandwich, that's great. I'm huge on stopping and trying local places. But I'm also big on just making sandwiches. I travel with a thing of turkey, thing of mayo, cheese, some bread. I always try to make sure I'm not a little kid when it comes to sandwiches. I want good bread. I want some good cheese. I want good stuff. I want to make a good sandwich that I can actually enjoy it, even if I am just having a quick meal. Part of that on my sandwiches, I love bacon. I don't want to have to pull over and make bacon if I'm trying to just get a quick lunch on the side of the road. What I found that works really good is if you go to the grocery store, go to the salad aisle where they have like salad toppings and salad dressing. Generally, they have a little small bag of bacon pieces. It's not the bacon bits. These are actual like shredded, pre-cooked bacon. It's not something you're going to want to eat by itself, but it's something to sprinkle in a breakfast taco or sprinkle on a sandwich. It's great. It doesn't go bad. You just kind of keep it in the refrigerator with everything else. Gives you that little hint of bacon, that little hint of smokiness. Really takes your sandwich to the next level. And finally, if you're out looking for food and you're on the road, I strongly encourage you to stop and try whatever local food is in that area you're in. If I'm driving through Texas, I guarantee I'm stopping to get brisket somewhere. My wife loves boudin balls. So if we go through Louisiana, we have to stop and get boudin balls whether I want to or not. If you're going out to New Mexico, stop and try Hatch green chilies. Whatever it is, whatever that area is known for, stop, try it. Get the local version. Don't go to a chain place. Go to like a local hole-in-the-wall place. Try it out. Eat where the locals eat. Support those small businesses. It's great. Another tip that I've heard, I think it was Budget Overland talk about, if you're going somewhere and you don't know where to stop, go on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Go on their webpage. Find their restaurants. Guy Fieri does a really good job of finding great places to eat. I've only been disappointed at one Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dive location I tried, and it was a fluke. Found out later they had sold it after the episode. But generally, great little local places to try. So that was just some different places different ideas for road trip snacks and quick meals on the road. I just want to say thanks for joining us, and sometimes you've really got to go and get lost so you can find yourself. Thanks.